So everyone can hit a forehand, but not everyone can hit a backhand. In this video, we are going to be teaching you exactly how to hit an amazing backhand. Once again, if you watch this whole video, we are going to be going over every single progression and tips and tricks for you to hit an amazing backhand. Now, Michelle, why do you need to hit a backhand in pickleball?
Because any intelligent player will hit the ball to their opponent's backhand knowing it's their weaker shot.
Everyone's good on their dominant side, but what they aren't good is at their non-dominant side. If I'm a right-handed player, when this ball comes over here, players either A, can't hit it, or B, they're not confident in it. This video will instantly transform your backhand into a weapon. Now, the first thing that we do for the backhand, and this is the #1 cause of why players go wrong with the backhand, is I'm going to teach Michelle right here. She's going to face me, and Michelle is going to hit, and Michelle's body is going to be open. The #1 thing that you have to do for the backhand is turn your body. If you do not turn your body, that is probably the #1 reason and cause of why players can't hit a good backhand. And what I mean by that is instead of Michelle just standing here with her chest facing forward, she is going to turn her body to the side. Now notice when Michelle turns her body to the side, there are two components to the turn. #1 is her body, her chest is facing sideways, her hips are facing sideways, and #2, the paddle is back. If you struggle with your backhand and you're saying, Tyler, well, I'm turning your body, well, is your paddle back in the proper position? When you take your paddle back, you need your paddle to be right here. A lot of players go wrong because they take their paddle back here, they don't take it back enough, and then what do you have to do? You have to swing and arm the ball, or they take their paddle too far back and they have to come around the ball. If I'm here, I'm not going to have any leverage. I'm going to just arm the ball over, and I'm going to have to slow down my shot to be in. And if I take the paddle back too far, I am going to come around the ball. Now we are going to show you right now exactly how to be in the exact proper position by certain cues. Let's go. Now, Michelle, tell them the cues for the paddle take back.
So once you turn your body and you're facing the side, you want to make sure that your paddle is facing perpendicular to the ground and that the tip of your paddle is facing up. You don't want to be here or here. You want to be square to the court so that when you come through the ball, you can drop the paddle and generate topspin.
Yes, and this is no topspin, this is topspin. Once again, this is no topspin, this is topspin. If you can point your paddle tip up, you will have an amazing backhand compared to a mediocre backhand. Amazing, mediocre. So again, Michelle's going to be in a ready position. This is the first exercise that we want you to do. And just turn your body sideways and make sure your paddle is in the proper position. Is your paddle in the proper position?
Yes.
Let's check. Okay, why? Because her paddle is facing to the side and her tip is pointing backward. Now, we told you about the two mistakes that players make. They either don't take their paddle back enough or they take their paddle back too much. Watch. Don't take your paddle back enough. Is your paddle facing to the side?
No.
Take your paddle back too much. Is it facing the side?
No.
Right here, that is just right. Now, the first drill that I want you to do, regardless of what pickleball level you are, even if you feel pretty good with your backhand, this is the best drill to do. You are going to start up here. You're going to either drop yourself the ball or you're going to have your awesome, cute partner drop the ball for you, pickleball coach. And all you're going to do is swing. Again, she's going to start here. I'm going to drop it and she's going to swing. Now, when you swing, I want you to think about one thing, and that is making a loop with your pickleball paddle path. If you can make your swing more curved rather than more linear, you are going to be able to instantly hit an amazing backhand shot. A lot of players, they just swing forward. They're not able to create topspin. They're not able to get the ball at their feet. They are not able to have consistency. Michelle, do you want to tell everyone about this loop that we're thinking about?
Yes, the deeper the U, the more spin you're going to get because you're going to get under the ball and then you're going to brush back up on the side of the ball so that it goes and dives down at your opponent's feet. If you're coming straight through the ball, like Tyler mentioned, that's going to give you a flat ball, which means your ball is just going to travel through the court and could even go out of bounds. So the deeper the loop, the more spin you have, the more control you have, and the more aggressive of a shot it's going to be.
So if you want to make it flat and you want to make the ball penetrate the court, you're going to take the paddle back and you're going to swing forward. That's going to make the ball go more linear. Again, Michelle's going to take her paddle back, and all you're going to do is swing forward. Now, if she wants to hit more topspin in shape, she's going to take her paddle back, and then notice how it goes down, and then it comes up.
So it's
now,
like a V, it's like a deep U, almost a V.
I like to say C with a check mark. And what I mean by that is, look, this is the top of the C, 2 hands on your paddle. This is the curve of the C, and then you're going over your shoulder. Now, I just remembered your number one difficulty with your backhand, and that is dropping your paddle. And we're going to troubleshoot this real quick. So when you take your paddle back, it's going to be up here. Now, when you drop, you don't force it to go down. Look how Michelle's bending down. That's not good. All Michelle needs to do is just let her hands go down. It's a big difference.
Loosen the grip.
This is why you don't have an amazing backhand, because you're here and you're forcing yourself to go down. So how do we make this C with a check mark? And look, top of the C, curve of the C, and then with a check mark. How do we make this curve of the C that we're working on? You're literally going to release your paddle. All you're going to do is back, down, and then release your paddle. If you're a visual learner, are you a visual learner, Michelle?
I'm a kinetic learner.
Okay, if you're a visual learner, you're going to take the paddle back, and once you're pointing the paddle tip up, pretend that there's a light, and then when you drop it, you're going to point your paddle tip down. Not straight down, but like back behind you. Pretend that you're pointing it at this pickleball. So point at my hand. Let's be in the proper ready position, okay? Turn. Come on, better ready position. Both feet. Yeah, there we are. Now we turn. Paddle back, pointing up. Now point it down at the ball. Good. And now swing. 2 more. Ready position. Turn. Paddle back in the proper position, down and then up. 1 more. Can you make it flow more? Paddle back, and it's going to be weird at first, right? Especially if you don't do it. Drop and go. And that is how you hit the backhand. Now, the next thing that I would do, and if you struggle with the drop, is again, you have to hold the paddle loose. Scale 1 to 10, 10 being a death grip, 1 being basically you dropping your paddle. You want to be about a 2 or a 3. Now, not everyone's going to be about 2 or 3. It's just not going to happen, especially not going to happen for you. But I want you to be, if you're 6, be a 5. If you're 5, be a 4. If you're a 10, be a 9. A little bit goes a long way.
If you're 12, be an 11.
So you're a 10 in my eyes. So take the paddle back with both hands, and now all you're going to do is you're going to drop the paddle. Now, she's going to start drop, and then I'm going to feed her the ball. We are going to take it in 3 simple steps instead of just 2 steps.
This is a 2, hon. You like my 2?
So paddle 1, I love it. Now step 2, okay, drop, and now go. Paddle back, 1, drop, 2, go. Good. Paddle back, 1, 2, go. Good. The next thing for you is that you feel very tight. I can hear it with your intimidating pickleball grunt. And why is it?
Because I wanted to get it over the net.
Do you feel jammed?
The first one went into the net.
Here's another big thing. We're just throwing tons of things. And again, our goal is to instantly improve your backhand and make it an amazing weapon. And different tips work for different people. Not one size fits all. One tip might work for Michelle or might not work for Michelle, no matter how many times you tell her. But one tip might work for you, and the tip that works for you might not work for Michelle or user 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that is perfectly fine. When you take the paddle back, you are struggling right now because you're taking the paddle back with your elbow close to your body. If I take the paddle back with my elbow close to my body, I'm going to make contact close to my body, and then I'm gonna have a grunt and be jammed. When you take your paddle back, I want you to think that you're hugging a tree and you want to take your paddle back and have some space. I should be able to come up in here when you take your paddle back. You want to leave room for the Holy Ghost. So take your paddle back and put your elbow up. Now, not like you're baseballing, right? Not like you're like Barry Bonds or Derek Jeter, but you want to have a little bit of a bend. Now drop your hands. Good, now go. Oh my gosh, was that better? Did you guys see that ball, or was I standing in front of the ball? Why? Because now you have stuff to work with. You have flexibility. You have maneuverability. If you're super close, it's never going to work. So let's work on this right now, okay? Ready position. You're going to turn your body sideways. Put your paddle in the proper position. Can I fit in here? Yes, I can. And because I'm doing this stupid thing right now, you guys are never going to forget that, and you're always going to do this. Or you could think, smell your armpits, right? And here's the big thing. You don't need this one up, but you need this one up. Yeah, just comfortable. No, that's not comfortable. Just, yeah, perfect. Good. Now drop it down, point it down. Now go. And look, she hit that ball so high, but that ball still went into the court.
It
And
landed
why?
right on the
Because
baseline.
you're creating topspin and you're swinging low to high. Now you're going on a baseline that's maybe for your return, but now what you can do, because you're swinging low to high, and if you activate the left hand and different types of tips that we're going to teach you how to get instant topspin, you're going to be able to get that ball low and at your opponent's feet. So take your paddle back again, and all you're going to do is what? You're going to drop it and then finish up. Swing. Good. Okay, now the next drill that we can do is if you have someone that continually doesn't hit it over the net and they just hit it down, but we fixed it with Michelle's elbow, but if it still doesn't, you're going to put a ball cart or an object, or you can stand here, but that's user discretion is advised. Now, the one thing that I want you to do is proper ready position. Teach yourself to be in the proper way.
I was wondering if you'd be able to talk to me about how to get turned
Turn? Okay.
more elegantly.
Yeah, so all you're going to think is that you're doing like a dance, or that you're going on your surfboard,
Can I see you
skateboard,
do it real quick?
or snowboard. Yes.
See you do it real
So
quick.
you're going to be in your ready position. Then all you're going to do is bam, you're going to be here.
You don't jump
Hips
like,
are sideways.
You don't jump like
You're
that.
going to turn, well, it's exaggerating,
I
but you're
wanna
going to
see how you do
turn
it.
your body.
Oh, so you're
basically,
pivoting on your
another way
left
that you
foot.
can think about it
You're
is
like
that you're going
this.
to pivot on your left foot. So think when you turn, and I think that's a great tip that you brought up, Michelle.
Because I don't know how to do, I'm never jumping on a surfboard.
Yes.
And I feel like I step back when we were doing tennis.
And that's where when you step back, you're dead. So you want to pivot on that outside foot. So you're going to pivot, show the armpits, then drop and hit.
Okay.
Let's do it real quick. Okay, so you're going to pivot, pivot, and now no, stop, pivot, pivot, stop and pivot. Just pivot your foot, get that foot out of there. Now notice when you pivot, you can either step forward or you can push off and go that way. So if you need to have a ball that you have to cover, I'm going to go here and I'm going to pivot and then push off and hit. Or I can pivot, and if it's right at me, I can just step forward and hit. So you're going to be ready?
This is so like light bulb changing in my mind right now.
So glad.
I never knew how to do this.
I hope it applies in our next mixed doubles match. Turn, pivot. Good. Now you're going to get your feet sideways, all right? And now drop it, and now you're going to hit, and she's going to be forced to lift it up over the cart. And if you don't get under the ball or do it properly, what's going to happen? You're going to hit, but this is a great visual to do. That's okay. Practice makes perfect. Turn, pivot, get under. Good. 2 more. Turn, pivot. Drop it. Just have your feet. Don't think about your feet. Just turn your body. 1 more. Ready position. Turn, pivot. Good. Drop. Now,
Fuck!
I don't know if you're allowed to say on YouTube. We might crop that. She said like F-O-O-K, not F-U-C-K. Yeah. Okay.
Babe!
However, here is the thing, and this is the thing. She's thinking all about this footwork, and this is what I despise about pickleball pros. They go, oh, well, you got to do this, you got to do this. No, you got to do this, you got to do this, that. And then you're walking like a robot. So I'm not teaching you anything about your feet. All I'm teaching you about your swing path, but you're thinking about your feet, and now you're messing up. All we're worried about now, forget the feet, forget the bottom. We're working on fundamentals, technique, footwork, then strategy. Again, priority number 1 is fundamentals, the swing path. Priority number 2 is footwork, and priority number 3 is strategy. We're not on footwork yet, and all you're thinking about is footwork when I'm trying to do this.
Can I stay sideways?
I want you to think about it this way, that you have one swing and you use your feet to get to wherever the ball is. And that's the difference between a beginner, intermediate, or even maybe a club level player that thinks that they're good and an actual good pickleball player, is that the good pickleball players, when the ball comes, they move and adjust and they have their one stroke. If it's high, they move and they adjust and they have their one stroke. Hopefully it goes over net. However, the beginner and not good pickleball players, it's high, okay, now they have this, or they have this, or they have that. They have different strokes for different situations. You have one stroke for the same situation. Now, clearly there's slice and there's all these other things, but in general, you want one stroke and you want to be able to then move your body. So we're going to stick with the stroke and we're going to reverse. And again, we got to crawl before we walk and we got to walk before we sprint, and then we're good to go. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you're not thinking about your feet. You're just thinking about getting your
sideways?
body sideways. Yes. So your body is going to be sideways when you hit. Once again, your body is going to be sideways when you hit. So turn sideways, have a little bit of elbow in your shot. And now you're going to drop it, and then you're going to hit. Now notice when Michelle hits, both of her elbows are pointing forward, but her butt cap's pointing up to the sky. The tip of the paddle is pointing upwards. That is all 3 ways. Again, when you follow through, you have to think elbows forward, butt cap pointing, or tip of the paddle, you could balance something on it. You want your elbows forward. A lot of players, they go wrong. You can't hit a good backhand because they swing around. So again, Michelle does this, or used to do it. You actually improved on this one. Okay. But show the wrong way, do it like you used to. Maybe it doesn't work anymore. She comes around the ball. She's coming on side of the ball. That's maybe because of the take back. Also, players don't swing, like hit and stop real quick. Show everyone that. So they hit, and they stop and they slam the brakes because they just try to get the ball in. Remember, in pickleball, to gain control, you have to give up control. The more you let the paddle work for you and the less you work for the paddle, the better you're going to be. So again, I want you to think, take back, paddle sideways, tip back, and then when we finish, our elbows are up, our butt caps are up, or the tip of our paddle is up. We're going from point A to point B. Now, what did we go over? Back, drop, hit. Back, drop, hit.
How come my backhand's so good in tennis? Is it because the racket's heavier?
And
I have a good
yeah,
backhand
and it's a
in
smaller,
tennis.
it's a larger racket, so you have more leverage.
Yeah.
This, you have very little leverage, and you have to get your body in the proper position.
I thought
There's more margin for error.
Important too because of that.
Yeah.
That made me think about this. Because the racket's heavier in tennis, you have to use your left hand, or else you're not going to be able to have the swing.
Yeah.
So the left hand has to carry the racket through. This is so light, and this was my big problem. Probably still is with my backhand right now because I'm a little bit rusty in my game. Is I'm using my right hand, and that pulls it across.
So I did hear,
instead of using
and
my left hand.
Take everything with a grain of salt. And again, the thing about pickleball is that it's been only like, okay, it's been out for whatever you can say, but it's only been popular for the past like 4 years. So there's not a lot of statistics and data. Like, you know, for tennis, there's certain positions that you have to get in. Regardless of what different situations pros go, they all get into certain similar checkpoints. Look at Ben Johns. He just created like a new backhand or forehand drop, like a new third shot drop. He's scooping the ball. If someone would have told someone how to scoop the ball like Ben Johns did a couple years ago, they would have got ridiculed and probably fired if they worked at a club or their certification revoked or whatever. But now he has this, and now people are starting to teach about it. What I'm trying to say in this way is, so I heard Andre Agassi said, and he had this whole thing, which is Andre Agassi is a tennis legend, but he was saying it's more right hand dominant. Now, I'm still going to swear by, and I'm always going to teach the left hand because that's going to work for topspin. But he did say, and he had one of the best two-handed backhands in the tennis game, that he said, for tennis, I'm using my left hand. That's maybe because of leverage. For the pickleball paddle, it's smaller. There's not enough swing weight, so maybe you do have to use your right arm a little bit more. And it was actually funny. So before we recorded this video, Michelle and I, we like to go play, and I was trying to hit a couple backhands trying the tip. And again, one tip works for, different tips work for different people. Now, I'm not only using my left hand, we're going to teach you more about your left hand later, but if you can think that your right hand's maybe guiding a little bit, it'll help.
I think it's also too, adjusting on what you're saying is going wrong with your shot.
Yeah.
So like that last shot where I came around the ball and I was pulling this way, I feel my whole right hand pulling the paddle this way. I knew that in my mind I wasn't using my left hand to guide the paddle under the ball and straight up in that check. The C check, I was going like this and ripping it like it was like a lacrosse stick.
Yeah, you're just coming around. And that's what a lot of people do.
And that's wrong. And that's what you feel yourself doing wrong, and then you can make an adjustment and get a better shot.
Yes, and the reason why players are good on their forehands and not their backhands necessarily is because there's forehand, you have one hand, it's your dominant side. You have more margin for error compared to your non-dominant side. Two hands, it's more restricted, and also it's your non-dominant side. And probably it's more weaker compared to your forehand unless you're ambidextrous. So the next thing going into that is when you take the paddle back, you drop, you want to swing forward, and then you want to swing out.
Oh yeah, like through 3 balls.
Where players go wrong is that they swing around. You want to hit, when you hit a drive, you want to swing forward to make the ball penetrate through the court, and then you want to swing up. So Michelle wants to keep on swing, back, drop, forward, contact through 1, contact through 2, contact through 3 balls, and then she's going to follow through over her shoulder. I'm going to take your spot real quick, Michelle. But where a lot of players go wrong is that they just hit through 1 ball and they stop. If you're hitting through a drop, maybe you'll hit through 1 ball. That was a topspin drop. But if you're hitting a drive, I need to swing out forward and then up. I'm hitting through the ball to get that power, get that penetration through the court, and then I'm going up over my shoulders. So great way to think of that. There's basically 3 ways. Number 1, again, you can think 3 balls. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going through contact here, contact there, and then following through. You could think that you're swinging forward to the point that, watch, when I swing forward, back drop, here we are. I go contact. I keep on swinging forward, keep on going. Point my paddle tip forward and then up. That means I extend. A lot of players go wrong because they think it's take back, drop, contact, follow through. Take back, drop, contact, follow through. That's 4 steps, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's take back, drop, contact, extension, follow through. Take back, drop, contact, extension, follow through. After you make contact, you want to keep on going forward to the point that you point your paddle tip towards your target and then you go. If you see any great 2-handed backhand drives or 1-handed backhand drives in pickleball, and if you're ever picking up the game or if you want to get better, it is statistically better to get a 2-hander compared to a 1-hander, and that's why we're teaching it.
Mm-hmm.
If you see anyone with a 1-hander, they probably come from years and years of tennis experience. But every single person, I'm telling you, if they hit a good backhand drive, look at any pros, they're like this. There's one point in the position that everyone's like this. Also, everyone's like this, or maybe down more with their legs, but everyone's like this for extension to get that ball through the court. So you can think 3 balls, you can think extend, or go right here. You're going to freeze your paddle. Take back, drop, freeze it, and now keep pushing it forward. Push it, push it, push it, and then go out. This ball cart drill, you can also do this on the net. Drop. Now contact. Forward, push it, push it, push it. This is an amazing drill. Now, after we do that, you're going to do the exact same thing with the ball. And it's going to go more forward. Get that elbow up when you take it back. Yes. There we are. Good. Inhale on the take backs, exhale on the follow through. When you inhale and you exhale, it slows your body down and it makes it looser when you hit. And look how much depth you're getting on that shot. And that's what you have to do. Now, the last thing that you're going to do is you're going to literally just put it together. So 1 is the take back, 2 is the drop. 1, 2, 3. You're doing it wrong though. This is why it's not a habit yet, and this is why you don't have an amazing backhand. And this is why a lot of players struggle. Like right there, you shadowed it, and
I don't care.
I love you.
Offended.
Just so everyone knows before we get comments, is I love you, and I'm trying to make you better. And I'm being hard on you, and I'm being hard on you for everyone in the video, so you understand. But this is where players go wrong, is that you just shadowed 2 wrong things. So you just taught yourself wrong twice. You went here, your elbows were close, then you dropped, then it's wrong. So take your elbow back. 1, now drop. Wow, okay, go again, elbow back.
Am I dropping with my elbow out?
So getting back to it again. Take the elbow back. Now drop your paddle, just release. Wow, good. You let the paddle go, not your arms and all the way down. The last one, you literally looked like you were going like that.
I don't know why I do that.
Yeah, so don't do that. It does nothing. So take back, elbow, drop. I mean, if you drop, it'll be good. I mean, this isn't a drop, that's a drop. We went over it for 20 minutes. Take back, drop. And again, I'm just trying to be, wow, good. Good job, good job, good job. And some people don't know, but I actually met her being her, before pickleball was a thing, tennis coach. So I was her tennis coach and gave her like free lessons all the time, tried to talk to her, and then won her over, and now here we are. But the whole thing, so we have years and years of coaching experience with each other, so she knows when I'm like hard on her, I actually don't mean to, you know? But the thing is, though, is that you have to use the certain things for you. So what I would prescribe for you, Michelle, is elbow back, paddle tip down, or drop. What do you like? Do you like drop or paddle tip down?
How do I stop this? This goes together.
Because you don't use your elbow. Keep your elbow here and just release the paddle. Now you're looking like, okay, yeah, that's how you do it. Just be comfortable.
It's like I'm gonna start churning some sourdough.
Yeah, for sure. Take your elbow back. Just, yeah, okay. Just go back normal, and now take your elbow back. Boom, now drop your hands. Good, now go. Elbow back, drop, go. That's what we're going to teach you. Elbow back, drop, go. Elbow back, drop, go. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. Elbow back, drop. Good, one more. Elbow back, drop. Good, and it's much better. You're still doing this like arm stuff. I don't know if it comes from lacrosse or whatever, but that's okay. Now, before we make myself even look like more, I don't know what I'm talking about, and my stuff doesn't work, we're going to stop that, and we're going to go into our footwork, okay? So, now, the next thing that you have to do is with your feet, okay? So, you were talking about the pivot. Now, we kind of got it, or we just gave up. That's okay. And love you. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to pivot on your foot. So, you're going to go out on your back foot, and then you're going to step forward with your front foot and then hit. Now, here's a big thing. You have to get into your legs, and also you have to get your back knee down. That's going to get you a little bit of topspin. Where players go wrong is that they're standing up, and then they do this thing, kind of like come around the ball. If you can drop your back leg, kind of like you're doing a lunge, or anchor your back leg, that's going to help you lift up the ball. So you're going to be in your ready position. You're going to go out on your left foot. Yeah, put your feet on poly spots though, Michelle. Here we are. So go out on your left foot. Turn. Now step forward. And now hit.
With my elbow?
Forget about all that. It is what it is. So here's the thing. If we can accomplish a few things in our pickleball game or in our stroke.
Step. That's a really big step.
Big things go a little way. And here's the big thing. So we're teaching you the footwork now. So do whatever with your arms. I don't care about your arms. We're forgetting about your arms. We gave up on your arms. We're there. Now you're going to step forward, and then you're going to swing. Now, do it again one more time. I want you to notice, here's where players go wrong. Turn. All of her weight is on this foot. Take your foot off. Okay, cool. All of her weight's on that foot. It's on your heel. It's on her back heel. Now she's going to step forward with her toe, and then she's going to swing. So notice, it's a two-step thing, not a one. A lot of players are standing forward, and they just go forward. I need to load on my back leg, then step forward on my front leg, and then hit. You said it's a big step. It's supposed to. You want to step forward with your toe. If you have a camera in front of you, if I do it here, I go heel to toe, you should see the bottom of my shoe sole. You want to go heel to toe, let it go. The bigger of a step, the better it's going to be. So you're going to be in your ready position. You're going to go on your heel to toe, boom, and then you are going to let it go. Let's try it. See what happens. Heel to toe. Let it go. Good. Look at that spin. Heel to toe. Let it go. Now,
elbows were this.
But are we talking about the elbows?
No, but I felt them.
Okay. Well, that's why it's not good. But we're forgetting about the elbows now. We're focusing on the footwork. So what do we think? When do we step? When do we step with the toe? Do you know, Michelle?
Oh, here we go.
See if you've been listening.
Bounce, step, hit, drop, bounce, step.
Bounce, step, hit, drop.
I feel like Sienna right now.
X,
bounce,
Y, Z.
Step, hit, drop.
Z, W, X. You got to do this.
Don't
gotta
even
do that.
start. Can I quit this class?
Then get people to.
Can I hire someone to do this for me?
No, actually you can't. But
I mean, I already have what I need, but I can't process it through my body.
But actually, the funny thing is, and then people start saying, "Oh, well, you want to get the trajectory of the ball, hit a 180-degree angle." Yeah, let me go.
If I can't keep my elbow up, let me go get my protractor.
You want your elbow at 35 degrees perpendicular to this, and then you want your body at this, and yeah, let me go get my protractor and TI 34 Texas Instrument calculator.
Why do you
and
still
start
know what that's
calculating equations, and that's the thing, right? So like it's very difficult, but if you can do certain things. So like what I would do with Michelle, and like for not this video purposes, is like we would spend tons of time on this and then tons of time on that. And maybe I would do that if you were like paying me and we weren't like together and married. But since we are, I don't really have to do it for free anymore, or like so.
You do have to do it for free.
But if I really wanted her to
you should actually pay me.
Yeah, so that's basically it. But yeah, so here, why don't you feed the ball to me? Okay, here we are. So you're going to be here. You're going to load all your weights on your heel. Then you're going to step forward to toe, and then you're going to hit. Notice my back leg. The best way to do is, again, start one here, so all my weight's here, and then step forward and hit. As soon as the ball bounces, that's when I hit. Once again, when I go from A to B, bounce, step, hit. It's not step, bounce, hit. As soon as the ball bounces, I step. Once again, this is a great drill to do too. She's just going to drop it. As soon as the ball bounces, I step. As soon as the ball bounces, I step. I'm loading on my outside leg, waiting for the ball to bounce. Then I step one more, load, bounce, step. And that's what you're going to do. So as soon as the ball bounces, then you pull the trigger. So you're taking the paddle back, bounce, oh, I wasn't ready, step, hit.
It was a bad feed.
And that is going to be the good way to do it.
You have really good footwork.
And all pickleball is a footwork sport.
And like when anyone sees Tyler play for the first time, if they came from tennis, they always compliment his footwork. Like he has phenomenal footwork. And it's obviously very natural and easier said than done for you to say it and to show it than like the average person.
Yeah.
But just pick it up like that. It's not easy.
Yeah. And then I
especially, I mean, you're slowing it down so much for me, but like imagine me just like playing skinny singles and trying to like do all this right now.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's
you have
just
to
no way.
do it.
But to have the concept and to have this education, it's priceless to know. Oh, I could write it down. I could pass a test on paper about what I need to do.
Yeah. Should I go get a drink while you're like covering myself up for my previous blunders in this video? All right. I'll be right back. Keep on convincing them. No, I'm kidding. But here's the thing. If you can think take the paddle back a little bit more. If you can think that you're dropping the paddle, if you can think that you're pointing your elbows up we're giving you tons of tips, right? Tons of little nuggets.
And
you
information
pick which
of what
one
you
that works
feel
for you.
happening in your body.
Yeah, and
what
like
do you see going wrong with your shot?
and like
is it going
different
into the net,
tips
or
work
can
for
you not
and like
aim
the
it?
thing is guys, you don't have to have all these crazy things, but like you could just finish with your elbows up more, even if you don't. And look, the ball's still going to go in and okay. So if you can do one or two things,
or maybe you
it's
feel
good.
like you can never get to the ball in time, or you feel jammed, and that's going to be because of your footwork and your contact point.
And then you're going to change that. Or if you're getting jammed and, oh my gosh, Tyler said instead of this, that makes a huge difference. Now we're going to go, Michelle, you're going to feed a couple more balls. And now, okay, that's when the ball is right to me. Now what I have to do is I'm going over, I'm going to move over. Then once I'm done moving over and I'm thinking and I'm in line with the ball, then I'm going to plant this foot down and then I'm going to step. So when should you do that? It's like, think, you're going sideways, and then whenever you're done going this way, plant that outside leg and then step forward.
Pause about the going sideways, because this was a big light bulb for me in tennis. If you're on that side of the court and you have to come to a ball over here, you actually run to the ball. You run to it. You don't go sideways. You don't shuffle. You're not, because I feel like people may not know this for the footwork. You're not coming like this, like you're actually going to run to the ball with your paddle back.
Yeah, so you have to go, and here's another big thing.
Because that's why
Show
people
it,
get
quick,
really slow on
this is another huge thing. You always move while your paddle's taken back, and that's a huge thing. That was a huge thing for you.
Yeah.
A lot of players, they move and their paddle's not back. It's like trying to drive when you're neutral. If you step on the gas or electricity when you're neutral,
you're just
it's
never
not going to
be
go.
there in time.
So a lot of players go like this, right? They go here, they go, and then they take their paddle back and they get jammed. We're trying to conserve balls. I won't tell you.
Okay.
However, what you need to do though is you're going to take your paddle back, you're going to move to the ball, and then you're going to hit. Again, before the ball even crosses the net, you should have your paddle back. If Michelle and I are rallying and she hits a net, I should already be like this. You have to be like this, which is what we taught you at the legit start of the video before you move to the ball. So you're going to be in your ready position, you're going to go out. Once I'm done going out here, then I'm going to step and hit. Again, I'm going to take my paddle back. Once I'm going out, I'm going to pivot on this back foot. Now, the best way to do that is you're literally going to run out to the side, and you're going to stop on your outside leg and you're going to catch it. This is the best drill to get that down. You're going to go and you're going to catch it on the outside leg. Again, you're going to the ball, you're stopping yourself, you're loading on the outside leg. I should have went a little bit more. My legs are so sore from that 45. Moving, outside leg here. And then I'm going to what? Step forward and throw it. Let's do two more. Great drill for us too is a medicine ball, not just a pickleball. Step and hit. One more. Here we are. I'm going out. Here we are. I'm going to catch it, step and hit. Now, after I do that a couple times, now it's time to get my backhand, and here we are. Go, step and hit. Okay, so I got to follow three more. Go, step and hit. One more. Go, load, and explode. And that is how you hit a good backhand drive. Now about the grips. Can't leave out the grips. I don't teach grips. People are asking, oh, well, what grip do you want? Well, you need to be a semi-continental Western, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter if you have bad stuff. Grips aren't going to do anything. All you need to do is make sure that your paddle's tilted down. If it's tilted up, bad things are going to happen. Different people have different wrist flexibility, different arm lengths, different drops, everything like that. You want your paddle tilted down. If Michelle doesn't tilt her paddle down all the way, she's not going to get under the ball. So one thing that I would like you to do is do your backhand, whatever it is. If you know that you don't drop the paddle, that means you're not getting under the ball enough. Maybe she's going to be a slight more open. So try this. This is a shot in the dark, by the way. Some of these tips, guys, when I do it, it's like literally you're just like firing, trying to hit something. Let's see. So I really think, because think about it. If you open up your paddle face, the ball is going to go more up. If you close paddle face, the ball is going to go more down. The better you are at dropping, the more you want to close. The less you are, the more you want to open, which is okay. Let's try it, ready? Pop back. Wow. Come on. Like, I wish you could do it at least for a video so I could say that and people go, wow, oh my gosh, she's a genius. Try this a little bit more. Here, right? Whoa! Let's see. Here we are. Let's do 3 in a row. This is an experiment. I was afraid to open it too much, but let's try it. Wow. Okay, because now you're opening, which you're forcing the ball to get up. Good. So that might have been your tip. So you're watching this video right here, and all you got from it is what?
Open the paddle.
Yeah. Tried 50 other things, but boy, we just opened the paddle, and then we're good to go. Now, if you want to get topspin, there's 2 different ways. It's using your non-dominant hand. The more up you swing, the more topspin you get. The true drills that you can do is you can swing, and you're going to swing, and you're going to wave to your partner with your non-dominant hand. Again, you're going to swing, you're going to wave with your partner with your non-dominant hand. This teaches you how to do left hand, or you can hit left-handed forehands. If you can do these 2 drills, then you are going to be able to get topspin on your pickleball shots. You want to feed some balls to me real quick so we can show them? Here we are. Just making sure we're still recording. If not, I would be so upset. Here we are. So I'm going to swing, I'm going to hit, and I'm going to, again, wave. I'm going to hit and do my left hand, and I'm going to hit. I'm going to do the exact same motion, but have 2 hands on the paddle. When you swing, if you want topspin, it is a left-handed forehand. Now, again, Andre Agassi, now is he the best pickleball player in the world? No, but he's a great tennis player and has great knowledge for racket sports. He was saying use your right hand a little bit more. Now, that's not necessarily to create topspin, but that's able to create stability and consistency. So let me try, and that's one thing I want to try to do because I like Andre Agassi and he comes from tennis. It's okay, you use your right hand a little bit more. But again, if you want spin, use your left hand. Think that you're swinging up. And the last thing is just make sure you accelerate. Acceleration equals rotation, consistency, power, and control. You have to swing forward and make sure this is fluid. You can't be very tight.
And you can't accelerate if the paddle's tight. That's all I was just going to say. If I'm holding the paddle super tight, there's no acceleration because there's no wiggle room for it to move or accelerate.
Yes, 100%. Now, I'm dying of thirst right now, so maybe we should just call it a day. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we're good.
But I hope you guys enjoyed this. We gave you so many different components. Again, don't get frustrated. You're not going to be able to do everything. It's like, for example, this is so old and probably has like so much like plastic lead poisoning or whatever you call it, BPAs or LPDs or whatever you call it. The one thing is, right, it's like when you tell someone like, I'm such a like sucker for this, is like, oh, I want to get healthier. I want to feel better. I want to get in better shape, right? Like, oh, well, if you want to get in better shape, you got to sleep better. You got to meditate for 15 minutes. You have to have red light therapy. You need to have stretches. You need to do this, that, 15 billion things. And if you want to get healthier, no one can do all those 15 things, right? Or 15 billion things. Mm-hmm. You're going to pick 1 or 2, and then you're going to incorporate into your daily lifestyle. And that's kind of the same thing with the backhand. You're not going to incorporate all these different things at once. It's just not going to work. There's some people, like myself, I get really annoyed because I know I can't do all of them, but I know like all of them to do. And it's kind of like, you know, but pick which ones work for you, and then you're going to be good to go.
Pick the one that's going to give you the biggest bang for your buck.
I'm telling you, if you guys do this, it's going to save a lot of bang for your buck because not a lot of people know all these racket sports mechanics. And my coaching comes from, how long did I coach racket sports?
It's funny that you say you've been playing tennis since you were 4.
Since I was 4, and then I've been coaching for like a living since I was between 16, 22, 8 hours, 9 hours a day. The most uncoordinated people. I had all different walks of life, and that's what makes me such a good coach. Mm-hmm. And this is why I think I'm one of the top coaches, because I can see so many different angles and looks, and I can give them certain fundamental things in multiple different ways, try and incorporate the one thing, and it makes them better because different tips work for different people and not one size fits all. Yeah. You get a shirt that says that. Probably not.
Probably not.
All right, so if you guys like this, again, the number one thing is if you guys are playing an opponent in the next week or so, do not share them this video. If you share them this video, they're going to be drilling backhands. You're going to have no clue why. It's because this is going to happen. If you have a pickleball coaching club nearby, don't send this to their clients. They're going to watch this video, and they're not going to go back for lessons because they have all this stuff, or they'll come to Universal Rackets clinics. Share it with your friends. Share it with your groups, social media groups. Everyone, please spread the word and help support this channel. I love coaching. I'm enjoying doing this YouTube. I enjoy doing it with you. Super excited to have you back. Kids are finally in camp, baby. And we'll see you guys next time on court. Hit good backhands. Try it. Don't expect to do all these. Make sure to check out these awesome paddles. Link in the description. Please check out these paddles and click this link so you can get a discount with your purchase. Best thing. Got ball cards too. We got other cool links. Subscribe to the newsletter. Like, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. And I will see you guys next time on court. Bye-bye.